Yo, what is up, guys? What is poppin'? We are here with NPL Week 11. It's a rematch of our Week 1 game versus Nate, aka NC Squared, aka coach of the Phoenix Phantoms. We are 9-1 heading into this week. Nate is, I think, 4-6, so he's still in the hunt for playoffs. So this definitely is like an important game for him. Like I already clinched the number one seed in my conference, but if he makes playoffs, if he like beats me and then wins his last week, um, yeah, he could be our round one opponent in playoffs. But um, yeah, I'm still like treating this like just like any other game. I want to keep it fair for all the teams in the hunt. Even though like I probably would prefer playing him round one because my matchup is so good versus him. But yeah, I gotta play your games like like they matter and give others a chance to make playoffs here. So the thing is, in our conference, like right now, the three teams like already clinched. So it's only a matter of who gets the number four seed. And yeah, there are three teams that are like between 3-7 and 5-5 who could still make playoffs, and like honestly, none of them deserves it. To be honest, because they all have like pretty bad seasons, or not bad seasons, but like they are pretty average and haven't been looking like playoff teams. But one of them is gonna make it, and so like I'm giving everyone a chance and try to do my best in this matchup. Um, this is probably gonna be my last game of the regular season. David, aka Magic, he like said he's likely to forfeit our week 12 because he already made playoffs, and it's like it would be a game like with no implications, and we could face in finals. So he probably wants to be like, yeah, fuck it. He doesn't care about seeding, and he would take the forfeit. So depending on how this match goes, we either will finish the season likely 10-2 or 11-1, which would easily be the best record in the league, which is pretty hype. So yeah, but like let's hop into the team here. My boy Nate, he didn't bring the Magiana, which he had on the squad, which was very surprising. But he brought the Mega Beedrill when I have probably like the three best counters to it in Lando, Scissor, and Weezing that are around. Like maybe throw a Skarmory in there, but besides that, like I count on Beedrill hard, and it's kind of unfortunate that he brought the Beedrill because I got T spikes this week, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I got a pet bulky scarf Landorus, enough speed for like adamant Beedrill, I think, max HP, and then like the rest in attack to get to a chaos and of course I want. Earthquake, U-turn, superpower, and stealth rock. Superpower is here to do 2 chaos, Snorlax after rocks. It's um like 164-ish HP and max defense, which is like kind of a likely set, or maybe 180 HP. With 2 chaos after rocks over 2 turns, unless it's like obviously the recycled set, in which case would be sad, but I can knock it off potentially with my Finny. Um, Scissor is an SD variant, SD Roost, U-turn, Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch, Bullet Punch can sweep depending on his bring. Versus this team, it's not that likely, but plus 2 U-turns hurt pretty much everything on the squad, and Bullet Punch just easily revenges Beedrill after rocks. It Oko's Whimsicott, and like the rest of the squad like is heavily chipped by U-turn, so Scissor very solid in this matchup. Finny is a taunt variant with knockoff, Moonblast, and Nature's Madness, just here to like keep Snorlax low, prevent it from setting up all over me. Get rid of potential AVs on Incineroar, on lefties, on Melodic, and if I keep Melodic low, Landorus has a very solid chance at sweeping, especially if I can Toxic Rotom at some point with my Lantern, or like just get rid of it. Lantern here is a Soak Toxic variant with Discharge and Protect with leftovers. Um, yeah, like I really want to have Soak plus Discharge because my opponent has the Magiana and he has the Ductreon. If he is so wild and goes hard into Dougie on a Lantern, I'd like to Soak it so I can live in EQ easy, and then like get a Discharge off or potentially para it or just kill it after rocks. So yeah, that would be nice. Weezing here, as I said, T-Spikes, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, or Fire Blast, I don't know, I think Flamethrower, and Toxic and Taunt. I'm running like 188 EVs on Weezing, so I outspeed uninvest Milotic. I really want to keep that thing low because it just opens up Scissor, it opens up Lando. It helps Reuniclus because Reuniclus is a setup variant, and if Milotic is a haste is a haste set, I definitely want to keep it low so I can just sideshock it and revenge it before it can haste or Dragon Tail me out and shit like that. So Reuniclus here is my main win condition. I opted to go with that thing over Volcarona, even though Volcarona has a decent matchup versus my opponent, despite him having like AV Incineroar, Haze Melodic, and big legs here. But Reuniclus, like my opponent has one Psychic immunity on his team and one resist, and Magina. He brought the immunity, didn't bring the resist. Magina, like I was covered for Magina, and this Reuniclus beats every non-Calm-Mind Magina anyway. And his Dark type, I hope I can poison it with Toxic Spikes or Sludge Bombs or Toxic on Lantern, or just like remove it at some point with Rock Sub and potentially like chipping it down with Nature's Madness, Moonblast and shit like that. This Reuniclus is Psyshock, Recover, Acid Armor, and Calm Mind with T-Spikes up, or like just with this thing, Toxic. Reuniclus just wins. I can Acid Armor up on pretty much his entire squad. If Whimsicott is Encore, that's not Fort, but I can always switch that into Sis on that. But if he doesn't, like, I really set up an Acid Armor versus everything bar Beedrill, and once I'm at +2, Beedrill, like, can't do more than 50 to my Reuniclus with the U-turn. So I can just, like, go to +2, maybe go to +4 versus Snorlax or the Rotom, and then, like, get up a Calm Mind and just sweep, so... and like versus Incineroar, just stall it out and boost my defense and my special stats to a nice amount because it, like, really can't touch me that much, especially if it's toxic. It's just gonna kill itself like after a couple turns. So I think I decided to lead off with my Landorus here. No, I lead off with my Lantern, yeah, because I think I wanted a nice a solid matchup versus what was it, versus Rotom, and like also Lex and Melodic. Even though like I read the Beedrill lead, like, or I didn't read it obviously because I didn't lead off with Scissor Orlando, but I wanted I didn't, like, I thought he could lead Beedrill, but I didn't care because I got Lando and Scissor, so it's not a big deal. I don't want to go hard into Lando here, even though like it's very solid play overall versus U-turn and shit like that, because I get him intimidated off. But I don't want to lose my Scarf here if he goes for knockoff. So I decided to go into my Scissor, covering all options pretty much. If he goes for U-turn, yes, he does a solid chunk, but not a big deal. He U-turns out as 28, 27, and it goes into Incineroar. Here I like contemplated U-turning out just to gauge damage, but if this is a speedy Incineroar, like while I'm invested to creep my Milotic, he could be like very speedy Incineroar, which could help versus my slower, like versus my mid speed tier stuff like Scissor, Finny, Lantern even. So I didn't want to risk it. I think I just go hard out into the Finny here. He goes for the knockoff, making a good play, getting rid of my lefties. But I will go for a knockoff myself here, getting rid of his AV. As he goes for the T-punches. 35 and my Finny gets shipped. I go for the Moonblast here, thinking it might do like around 30, but this man is max HP, max special defense, assault vest, so yeah, Moonblast bounces, and yeah, he goes for the T-punch, and now like I'm kind of forced to go into Lantern here as he T-punches again, like doesn't really matter. I could have knocked off, which is like I'm gonna go for the soak here. As he knocks off, stays in, allows me to, or potentially allows me to chip this Incineroar. But now I think I go for the Toxic here as he goes into Rotom. Yeah, which is exactly what he does. I think I protect on this turn as he like puts a switch into Whimsicott, probably predicting my I don't even know what he predicted there, but like because I was Lantern vs Rotom, probably wanted to like just cover me going for discharges or whatever. I can go into my Weezing here. He sets up a Sunny Day. I don't really know what for. Yes, it helps. Like it helps Incineroar break stuff, but since this is not offensive Incineroar, I don't really feel that. Anyway, I go for the Sludge Bomb here. So he switches on Incineroar. Do some nice 20. Don't get the poison. Like once I get the poison on this thing or remove it, this game is pretty much over. I hope. He goes for another knock as I Go for the Nature's Madness on the incoming Melodic. I miss, kind of unfortunate, but not the end of the world, because if this has only Scald and Ice Beam, I live the next hit, thanks to the sun being up, and he goes for the Scald and knock off the lefties. Then I go for the Nature's Madness here, and keeping it low is just so nice. I can't sack my Finny, and now I'm kind of forced to go to Weezing to prevent the recover. I outspeed, thankfully, and yeah, he can't recover up, and this gives me a free T-Spike, I think. Or do I go for the Sludge Bomb first? No, I go for the T-Spikes, yeah. Now I go for the Sludge Bomb, trying to poison the Incineroar. He knocks me off, gets rid of my Black Sludge, not a big deal. Like, this Incineroar is really annoying because it's so heavily split death, but he allows me to really let it, to really let me chip it. Goes into my Logic, as 2 Sludge Bomb plus the poison damage will be able to knock that out. So it's 5 and 5 after 21 turns, or 20 turns, which is clean. Beedrill comes in, removing the spikes. I can just like set him up again because I now live a U-turn. And because he already has knocked me off, yeah, like, I knew I would live a knockoff as well, so didn't really give him much, but yeah, Rotom comes in. He's already toxic. I will preserve my Weezing as fodder. As he volts, which is nice for me, getting some health back on Lantern. I think I go for the Soak again here. See Willows. Not the end of the world, like, the chip isn't that important. I Soak him, so Discharge will do more. He goes into Whim. Yeah, Discharge here for some damage. That's 20%, so this is more likely an offensive Whimsicott. I can go into my Scissor here. Seeing what he wants to do. Goes for the Giga Drain. That's 7%. This looks like max special attack. And I Roost here. I know I live an HP Fire, but he actually goes for the Hidden Power. That is neutral, and he was Hidden Power Rock, he told me, for the Volcarona. He had some wild plan to like set up Sunny Day, lure in the Volcarona, then hit him with 2 Hidden Power Rocks, but like, well, I see where he's coming from. Like, he has good checks to Volcarona. Like, he over prep for Mon, he didn't really need to over prep for, because he has big legs, which actually packs the Rock Slide. He has Spadef, Incineroar, he had Milotic, he had Rotom. Like, Volcarona just wasn't as good in this game, so and like versus his Bring, like, he had like 2 or 3 months that can deal with Volcarona fairly easily, so I don't know why he brought this set, but I don't care. I Roost up to full and I can just Bullet Punch here. Or no, a U-turn, yeah, covering like him going into Rotom and shit like that. Gets up to Sunny Day again, doesn't really matter to me. I can go into my thingy here, as he goes to Beedrill to get rid of the T-Spikes. Fair play, but yeah, Rotom comes in on my rocks, and if this is Defog, he will get rid of them, but I chip it down with the Toxic, so that's clean. Can go into my Lantern here, and then fire off another Discharge, I think, just for some chip. As he goes into Snorlax, and I'm like, oh, please don't para him, I want to Toxic him, really. Would be much nicer, and this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Toxic the legs. I see Rock Slides. I don't know what you predicted there. Like, maybe, I don't know. I don't really know what he predicted there. Goes for Rock Slide though, as I can just switch out into my land. Or he makes a play and goes for the Facade. Yeah, that's a nice chunk. But I'm thinking, like, yeah, maybe he's in range of Superpower now, depending on the set. I go for the Superpower hit, but he goes hard Beedrill. I can respect that play. That was pretty fire. Not gonna lie. Because I'm Scarfed, I'm forced to switch out, but I got my Scissor at full, so not a big deal. I see Ghost and Incineroar, and now, like, I know U-turn will kill this. I know I outspeed, and I get rid of the Incineroar. Now it's like pretty much Reuniclus time once I decide to bring it. I go for the Superpower on the legs, but it lives on 12, so there's max defense and a lot of HP. Gets his Aguath Berry back and recycles. But like, he can't really win this exchange. Yeah, I sack my Weezing here, it doesn't matter. But now, like, because he's toxic, he can't really do much, and I can go into my Lando, get the attack drop, and then go into my Reuniclus, because I know that Facade or whatever won't do much at -1. I can just Acid Armor up. I am speed invested on this thing, and I can now just proceed to click Acid Armor as he recycles, and this is the beginning of the end for him, because this Reuniclus now beats his entire team. I don't even need Carmine as he goes into Rotom. I get up a second Acid Armor just to make sure that I guaranteed wall Beedrill and don't die to 2 high rolls from U-turn or something like that. Now I go for 1 Carmine as he missed the Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump would have done like 25. It's really not a big deal that he missed. But it's kind of annoying, obviously, if you miss 2 Hydros in a row. You can just Psyshock him. And then recover on the next one in case he hits the Hydros. See, that's 24 +1. So maybe would have done like 32, but that's like with lefties that like that's pretty much like 25, 26. So Beedrill comes in, I can just Style Shock here, knock off does 18, a +4 death, and now it's Dreamcast versus Lax, and this game is won. So this is gonna be GG. Finishing, pretty much finishing the season with a 4 win versus Nate. Likely knocking him out of playoffs, which is unfortunate for him, but yeah, it just happens in this league. Playoff races usually are very close, and you gotta win some um, late in the season that you maybe aren't supposed to win or something to like keep your ass in the playoffs. Sadly, my boy Nate didn't make it. I would have preferred to play him in playoffs just because my matchup is so good, but um, yeah. Anyway, we get a nice win here, and in the likely event that um, David forfeits week 12. We are finishing the season with an 11-1 record and a +41 differential, I think, which is probably the best season ever in NPL. I would say I don't think we ever had an undefeated run, and like my differential is probably the best we ever had. So that's kind of clean. I really enjoyed the squad. I got some nice big wins, but the thing is, regular season record doesn't mean shit in the playoffs. We gotta start from from scratch pretty much. It's very likely that we're gonna play Omega Jolteon, the one person who beat us this season, and yeah, it's it's gonna be interesting for sure. He has like a very weird team. Has some like 4 or 5 offensive threats, and then like some stupid bulk like Cress. It's not guaranteed yet that I'm gonna play him, but it looks likely. Um, but yeah, we will see. Definitely gonna take it as serious as any other game. I definitely want to win this title this season, and I hope I can. The squad definitely has the potential to do it. I really enjoyed the Lando Scissor Finny core plus Volcarona. Volcarona had picked up like 18 kills in 10 games or in 9 games it came to. So I really put in the work. Definitely was the team MVP. Leonard's T is just a monster. Really enjoying this mon. Scissor, great mon. Finny, absolutely amazing. One of my favorites overall. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We will have, if everything goes right, 3 more games this season: round 1, round 2, and the finals on the playoffs. And hopefully we can finish the season with a title. Um, Never know how it goes, especially like in a game where luck is so heavily involved. But I'm pretty much out here hoping that I can finally pull it off. Like I'm dying to win this league again. It's like I would give up 1 or 2 of my other titles to guarantee that I win this title here. It just means like it means a fuck ton to me to win it, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. GG to Nate. And yeah, leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video, and I catch you in the next one. See ya.